I got a question for everybody, y'all and the people watching at home. All right, the first question I need you to answer with one word, yes or no. The second question we can elaborate. Everybody got that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the first question is, if a man cheats, does that mean he doesn't love his partner?
Does it mean he doesn't?
Yes.
No.
I don't know. I don't understand the question.
If you cheat on your girl, does that mean you don't love her?
No.
Okay.
I
so you can cheat
too, bro.
So you can cheat and still love her.
Yes.
Well, he's breaking it down for him.
No. It doesn't. Yeah.
This is not one word, Aaron.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I can put it.
So
it's like it's struggling. It's struggling to figure it out.
If he cheats, should she leave him?
Should she?
Yes.
Or can't?
It
just depends. I would say, no, but she can if she want to. Like it's all depend on what's going on. Because why you cheating, nigga? You need this.
I don't. There's no forgive and forget. You go. I think, but also like I just.
So the reason
anything for freedom.
The reason I ask is what.
Anything for what?
For freedom. The reason I ask is because there's a song. It's on the radio right now. You might have heard it. It's called "If I Get Caught" by Division.
Oh yeah.
And the lyrics reads, "You wouldn't want me if you thought I never had hoes. Women like men other women like." And it goes on to say, if I get caught cheating, that don't mean I don't love you. If I get caught cheating, that don't mean I don't love you. All right.
It's a dude.
Yeah, that's Division, man.
Yeah. I know you.
I was like addition.
Look. I know you ain't gonna let one little fuck mess all this up.
Like I heard this.
Right?
Yeah, I remember I was like, this song is stupid.
Don't let one mistake take all this away. All right. Then he goes on.
Okay, hold on. All right, look, I'm gonna interject real quick, right? If I shoot,
I can get one more question.
Okay.
Then he says, "Then this is the question of the hour. Would you rather be the girl that cry in a Corolla or a foreign?"
Okay, but look, let's re-examine this, right? Let's take this situation and put it elsewhere. If I shoot Matt, right? If I do prison, bloop, and he die, right? I can't be like, "Oh, I'm sorry," right? He's gone now. If I shoot him and he survives, I can be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, but Matt is never going to trust me again," right?
Right.
Now,
just let me shoot you back.
let's apply this to a relationship. No.
So you saying you wouldn't be able to trust? Well, the woman shouldn't trust him again.
I don't
Or you
know.
wouldn't be able to trust somebody that cheated on you.
I wouldn't.
I think she can. Well, I think it's a little bit different when men cheat and women cheat.
It's absolutely different.
Because I think most of the time women cheat for payback, revenge,
yeah, I can see that. Or
why do women cheat, Brooke? Since you said it's
emotional
different.
revenge, payback, pettiness. If he did it, I can do it, and I can do it better. Well, have you seen how women cheat?
Yes.
They be ruthless.
Yeah.
What about the ones that cheat first?
That cheat first? What do you mean?
There's women that cheat first.
I just ain't shit.
They'll just cheat out of
They just ain't
everybody.
Oh, then
cheat
they
out
just
of
they're just not.
I mean,
women do
that's
it
all
like
dependent on their past, because then I think women, as crazy as it sounds, I don't think it's that crazy, but I think certain
black and
connections. Never let that go. Never. Certain things that happened to them in their past allow them not to be able to trust a ninner.
A ninner.
crazy. You could have just went to GA. You just needed
You said it earlier.
What does it say? I would have said like that. Dramatic effect.
I would have to agree with you.
Women
guys.
get attached though too. Men can't. Men. I'm not saying they can't, because men will get attached sometimes.
They
but
can.
like,
Hit something and forget about it. We be like,
but yeah, it's easier for a man to
What's her
forget
name?
about something than
They
a woman.
can, but a lot of it is just like seeing too much that y'all putting on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter, especially
Twitter.
Yes.
It's a lot of that. Just saying.
They're desensitized.
Yeah,
so.
desensitized. It's not like an emotional attachment. It's just like a God damn. Or as the kids on Twitch say, yeah. That's all. That's all it is. It's like, yeah.
Be like,
And someone be stupid enough to, someone be stupid enough to fall for it.
They can be like, God dang, and then they get in the bed, and after that nut come out, and that post nut clarity, like
that post nut clarity be crazy. Like, who the hell are you?
Look, man. I think we should start striving to have pre-nut clarity.
No, but it's crazy because the pre-nut delusion is actually wild. It's like once you
you mean lust?
It's like you on an ecstasy pill without a bit on that. Once you have it, it's crazy. But
you gotta get that out of you.
Post nut, and everybody hears it. Every man listening, every adult male listening that has ejaculated in some form or fashion has had post-nut clarity, whether you by yourself or with a partner. You do it and you like,
what the hell wrong?
Yeah. Or even if you like, let's say you got work to do and then you get a little turned on and you like, you know what, I'm gonna take this opportunity. No, I'm saying with your partner. You get a little turned on with your partner. You know, I'm gonna take this opportunity. Can't let this go because we ain't gonna let it go. We gonna be like, I'm gonna take this opportunity because I don't know what I'm gonna get it again. You do it, soon as you done, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna be like, damn, I gotta get back to finish that. I knew I should never did that shit. I done wasted 30 minutes.
No, get up, I'm tired. She took everything out of me.
Take this now before I go back.
And then if you tell me for wrong. And then if you by yourself, let's say you got the normal occurrences, right? Well, you just stroke and release and you go to bed. That's normal, right? Let's say one day you want to get freaky. You want to go to some shit you ain't been to in a while, or something random. One of these categories that you don't normally go to. You do it and you be like, what the hell wrong with me, bro?
What the fuck you talking about, boy?
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, you just saying from experience, huh?
Nigga, oh my God. I'm just saying.
We accept you. Y'all accept you. So you're a brother regardless,
Y'all
right?
gonna do me like this?
No, I'm not. I
do me like
to make
this?
you feel better. That's all
Y'all gonna do me like this?
Nothing. We're not doing you like
You
nothing.
gonna do this to me?
We're not doing you like nothing.
You know what?
We really not. We really
Forget
not.
all y'all.
Anyway, cheating is wrong.
Some of y'all horny bastards.
We're in attack you like you attack
We know what y'all are because we do certain thumbnails on purpose. So you got caught.
In 4K.
In 4K. You clicked it and you commented and you're caught. No, I only clicked it because you clicked it because it was Velma getting pounded through the doorway.
Saw a titty.
I'm just saying because y'all trying to
saw a titty on the hook and got caught.
Because y'all trying to play me. I know they trying to play me in the comments.
We literally were not trying to play.
Saw a titty on the hook and got caught.
Because y'all saw a TikTok girl in some overalls with side boob hanging out. You clicked the video. Yeah, I caught you because I made the thumbnail.
Just bringing everybody down with him. That's crazy.
It was like, I didn't even see it in the video. What?
I'm here for the thumbnail, but I'm staying for the lives. No, you stayed to see what part of the video the thumbnail was gonna be in.
God dang.
Nobody.
We caught him.
Go on.
Mike.
In 4.
Nobody.
MXR Plays got 1 million subs.
Mike.
It's 1 million of you got motherfuckers out there.
Mike.
Nah, I don't want to hear, bro.
No one attacked you.
Shoot. They was attacking me in their head. I had to stop it.
Have the clarity.
You reading their mind?
They have to
They don't have no clarity.
Mike,
they don't have no clarity.
Delusions of grandeur.
I know what they do.
Mike,
I know what they do.
Mike,
they click the thumbnail, they stroke one
This is
out,
getting really deep.
and then they stroke one out, and then that post nut clarity come, and that's when they get the comment like they didn't just have the horny delusion. No, buddy, we caught you.
If you stroking one out on YouTube, you different.
And they are different.
Y'all in the background, so that's real crazy.
Imagine how many of them be stroking them out while Aiden be doing his e-dates.
Mike.
They be like, God damn, she fine. I hope Kyle wins.
Mike.
I'm just saying. Okay.
No one attacked you.
Shoo. Next, man.
Cheating is bad.
Cheating is bad. If I can cheat on, I'm out. That's my opinion.
Well, most men they gon' dip. they gonna dip, especially if you a man who's doing better than the rest.
Out of there.
They gonna dip, bro. Especially men, because consider what we have to do as men if you got. Besides, it's crazy though, right? Because women, they'll have certain women who have ain't shit nigga,
right?
Don't do nothing.
Don't do.
Well, he do something. He give her that.
That golden.
Give her that den, and that's it. He be laid up in the bed. Nothing else, which speaks to another point of a video I saw. But and it's cool. That man can go out there and just bang, bang, bang. Boo, you know I love you. You know I love you. But and it's cool. And that kind of dude, he's still gonna dip out the relationship. You know, if she was to do the same thing back, he's still gonna be like, nah, I gotta go. My heart. My heart. But it's crazy that the ones that do what they're supposed to, it's just looked at like it ain't nothing. Like if she cheat, don't take it back, bro. Especially if you're doing.
Don't do it.
If you're in that position, because once she sees that you're okay with it, she just gonna keep on doing it.
Don't do it again.
Stop.
Yeah.
Once chicks have power, it's like,
y'all ever notice
that
all the men on TikTok that get cheated on be the country white men?
Really?
This then what
they
I
sing
get?
it in their song.
Got all this property. I gave her this home to stay in, and she don't do me like this.
She was built like a bag of potatoes, and I can say that because I'm built like a bag of potatoes. But she did her husband wrong. This dude, I know exactly what video.
Oh, you saw the one that be showing his property?
Yeah,
all this for the kids. She'll never let him play.
And she left that. She broke that man. She broke him. She broke him.
So
and he sounded like a really great dude. Like
that's the thing. We don't be knowing.
We don't be knowing.
He could have been ming mock move.
Oh,
and she was like,
fuck.
But I mean, if that's the case, why would you put yourself in a position to get ming mock move again by cheating?
oh,
So you think she cheated? He found out, and he was like, "You cheated on me." That's crazy.
Let's speak to what y'all feel about divorce. Since we're talking about this cheating thing,
Divorce. If it ain't working, it ain't working.
That's it.
You gotta. I mean, you gotta work it out. You don't just give up. You know what I'm saying? Unless they cheat. They cheat. I'm out of there.
No, I'm gonna be completely honest. Like I wholeheartedly believe in if you're going to marry someone, right? If you're going to commit that this is the person I want to be with.
Vows,
right?
Vows.
I genuinely feel, see y'all.
Go ahead. I'm preaching.
I don't need you.
Preaching.
I just need you to stop.
You got to feel like this.
you hit
stop.
knees.
I just need you to stop. Oh, if I'm choosing that I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with you,
Mm-hmm.
give me a mic. If I'm choosing to spend the rest of my life with you, I think there's a certain level of we gotta make this work, right? Now, granted, you know the person you're marrying before you marry them.
You should.
You should. You have to get to know. You gotta live with them for a certain stint. You gotta do all of that stuff and get to know them first. Because
Nowadays.
to just move in raw dog and just marry is crazy. I'm just saying.
Nowadays.
It's not,
But
nowadays.
I just I feel like if you truly know your person, right, and you 9 times out of 10 you genuinely know who you're dealing with, and we have to be honest with ourselves. Like
people genuinely know who they be dealing with. To be honest,
sometimes there's some con artists out there.
there are some con
artists out there.
but you can tell.
But most of the
see
time,
signs, right?
most
When
of
you
the time,
see the
you know.
signs, it's more so like, do I really want to be with this person the rest of my life? Because you can see, hey, nah, you're selfish. Nah, you only care about you and what I do for you. You gotta go, right? Now, if we get in this joint and we both, like, say I'm really successful, but I'm working a lot, and you're feeling unappreciated, and I'm keeping up a lifestyle. You got me so fucked
I'm keeping up that lifestyle for you.
You got me so fucked up. We're done. We're done. Unappreciative, done. But I feel like with divorce is a big thing. But I feel like before we get to the topic of divorce, it's the marriage. Is this you have
gotten married in the first place?
Yes, you have to bear responsibility for knowing, is this person a person I can spend the rest of my life with? And 9 times out of 10, even in relationships, when you're dating someone, you're talking to someone, you eventually be like, yeah, nah, I'm not spending the rest of my life with this person.
I think it just takes a lot of trial and error in that decision. I don't think people really understand what it means to be married nowadays. And I know, we married, but we ain't got that much.
We only got our feet wet.
We just got our opinions on the situation. But I just think people don't know what to look for anymore when
in a partner.
I wouldn't.
Here.
Me personally, I wouldn't say a partner.
You look for peace
ain't no partnership.
and some of the qualities that you genuinely love. You should know by the time. Well, don't be trying to get married at 18. It ain't for everybody.
Nah, it's not.
By the time you get married, which means a generous amount of time.
Yeah.
Not 17, 18. But by the time you get married, you should know what you want from a partner.
Yeah, nah. And
if you haven't dated enough, you need to get out there and
but I think
get
that's
in the
why,
pool a little bit.
I think that's probably why it's actually more beneficial to get married at an age of like 18 or older. Not maybe 18, but I think the earlier you get married, the less partners and things that y'all both have, the easier it is to figure out those things. But also another part is it could be maybe a little bit more difficult as well, considering the social media area.
And you also have to consider maturity. A lot of people 18, 19, 20 not mature. Like hell, I'm not even mature now.
But I got
Beyblades.
But you always gonna be growing though, right?
I look at some of the 20-year-olds or even 18 to 21-year-olds. I'm like, damn, ain't no way, because that's how we was at that age.
But it's all.
But you don't feel like that. You feel mature, but you ain't.
It's so crazy.
We don't raise our children that way to see it as a benefit, but it's actually a benefit, because the more you go through, the more as you age, the more trauma you go through with people in dating. Like all that does is just build more trauma in everybody, and then they in that, and then they trying to find that happiness in the next partner, and it's just a cycle. And then the more you out there, slinging your dick, slinging your punani, like it's just gonna cause you to have more trauma and more risk of having kids. When in all reality, it's more baggage, so it's harder to figure out what exactly you need. In reality, you only got to get it right once.
And I agree with that, but I feel like it's a numbers game too. And I'm not saying go out there and smash everything that's walking, but what I mean by it's a numbers game, let's do it like this, like high school, right? I don't think anyone I met in high school, hell, anyone I met in college, dated in high school, would have been someone I would have married. Regardless, like I don't see them as being a person I could spend my future with, right? And I say that to say, because I feel like there's still people out there that I could have ran across at a later point in time that would have been the perfect fit for me. So I do agree with you in a sense to start early, to not start early, but to find, if you're going to find a partner to marry, not just today. And I feel like you get it. It's a lot of people out there.
You can't look at the numbers.
I also feel like it's kind of in human nature a little bit to always think about what you're missing.
That's bad though.
So I'm not saying it's good, but I feel like that's part of humans. Is like, that's why we always have to tell people, don't look at this relationship, or don't look at what this person got financially. Don't look at them before worry about where you at, because it's human nature to look and be like, well, I've only been in one relationship, so what if
more dicks? Yeah,
I feel like, in my opinion, I feel like everybody should at least date a couple times, serious or not. I feel like at least starting junior year of high school, like date a little bit to see, okay, because you don't really know what you like. A lot of people don't really know what they like in a partner until they experience a partner.
Yeah.
They just, because like for me in high school, it was like just wanting to date or have a girlfriend just because you see it on TV or you see other people in a relationship and you like, that would be cool, but you don't really know what a relationship entails.
And that's another, that speaks to another problem, right? Because why are we putting our children out here and they don't even know what a relationship
Right,
looks like?
I was about to say again, that's like how we're raised.
Because I think you should have to take some time to figure that out if you don't know what that looks like, and I think most of us don't. But I think we should be trying to give that understanding so our children not going through more suffering trying to figure it out on their own. If we ain't talking about it, because that's not something that was discussed on how to properly date for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
So of course we're gonna try to figure that out. But I think
them green eggs and steak beating your ass.
No.
Okay, I see
green.
I thought I saw that up in the
green
I
eggs.
saw that up in the pot.
It was just eggs and spinach.
Blended together.
But I do think that we got to be more intentional about that when it comes to raising our
So we gotta raise these mother lovers better.
Yeah.
Raise these motherfuckers with
So
some
we
respect.
setting
Put some
them up.
respect on my name.
Because at 18, you're an adult. And no matter how, what you do and you don't know, at that point is you're adult. You got to figure it out. So if we're just sending our kids out to be like, figure out how to do this on your own, we setting them up for failure, because then they're going to experience more dicks, experience more pussies. That's going to end up giving them more trauma.
They was experiencing dicks and pussies when I was in middle school. I was like, how the hell y'all even got access to this? I was like, wait a minute. What is that? What are you doing? Where are y'all going? How are you getting there? Because none of us can drive.
How you going to go to the next, especially at the people at those ages, because a lot of the times you hear all the drama, like we be 6th, 7th, 8th grade hearing all this stuff, and these people never commit to each other.
Yeah,
no, they never commit. They doing this thing at a very young age and don't understand.
Of course, they just trying some.
I feel like the reality is you have to be taught early. So I think that's the main takeaway. Before divorce, before everything, you have to be taught what to look for.
So that essentially means we have to teach the next round a bunch.
You have to figure this out. You got to figure it out like I did. Come on, camera.
Can y'all? That brings me to like. Can y'all imagine being like? I don't know how far back in history, but I know there was points in history where boys and girls getting thrown out, 13, 14, thrown to the wolves, figure it the hell out.
Crazy.
Or help me raise these kids. Like, that's crazy. At 13, I was like, oh, where's the Pokemon? God damn me. I went out here thinking about doing adult life. No, hell no. But I guess it'd be different because you would be, because that was the norm.
Yeah, that was the norm. Now it's not normal to be. Everybody's like, live your life, go to college.
That's horrible.
Start a career.
Hate it.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Hate it.
I ain't gonna talk about
We ain't gonna get it. We ain't gonna
Go
get
to the best years of your life. Have fun.
They were some good years. But financially, forget college.
I had saw something that said college for the hoes.
Yeah, it was. It was for the parties, the hoes, and the gym, the basketball courts. That's about all it was for. God damn it. A little bit of Xbox 360.
Oh, I think that camera stopped. It's been 25 minutes.
It ain't stopped yet, my brother. 30 minutes, boy.
Oh, 30 minutes. Okay.
30 minutes, boy. But no, what was your best college? Did you go to college? You went to college. You ain't go. You ain't go?
Mm-mm.
Damn. Well, what was your best college experience? Wait, why you ain't go?
I didn't know what I was gonna go for. It just always seemed like a waste if I didn't know. I mean, hell, I saw you just changed your major. I was like, wait, this don't make sense. I don't think I want to change. Like you would hear that in school. They talk about major and change. You can always change. Like, why would I want to do that?
The process of that is so like annoying, and it costs so much money. You did the class, you get the credit, then it's like that credit doesn't apply to the next major, and you took that class for nothing.
Basically,
like, no.
And I didn't ask him why he didn't go to say he should have went. I was just asking because I couldn't remember.
Shame.
But if you are in college and you want to change your major, you do it early while you're still taking basic classes. 'Cause once you get into the degree plan, it's gonna be kind of crazy for you. But yeah, college feels like a waste if you don't know what you want to do, and if you're not committed to what you want to do.
It is. It most definitely is a waste because what you paying your money for.
Yeah, no,
if you don't know what you want to do.
Expensive. I owe 24 of them things for nothing.
That's cute.
This is exactly. Cute. Exactly why you should. Exactly why you should know, because you don't want to go in owing money on something that you ain't never finished in the first place. I mean, ideally, you don't want to go and have to owe anything, but which is why another thing we gotta do better with, because we don't want our kids to have to owe money. Cause
we don't have to do better. We gotta be better.
Be better. No, but what was y'all best college experience?
Being away from home.
Being away from home?
That's it.
Just overall, being away from home. Oh, okay.
The people.
Okay. Where was you at?
I was in Houston for a little while. Yeah, with math people. I went to Lee.
Oh, Lee College. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Like the people I met in college literally shaped me as a human. Like when I think about it, right? Because I'm a native.
What was it, like Burger King, McDonald's?
Taco Bell.
This is why I'm losing weight. This is why I'm losing weight.
You said it shaped you.
That's not what I meant.
I couldn't pass up.
Yeah, remember this.
Sorry.
No, remember
it's the Dark Humor Podcast,
I'm gonna get this bitch back in blood. I'm gonna get that bitch back in blood.
That's dark.
That's it, y'all. Hold on. That's it, y'all. Nah, I'm done. Fuck you, bitch.
It's gonna come.
I've been letting them pass. I ain't letting them pass no more.
Don't pass. Stop.
Go ahead.
Don't pass go. Don't collect 200.
Come on, man.
I'm done.
What was your best experience?
It's your turn.
They was doing wild stuff. Look, I was around a bunch of friends that was doing stuff in college, and I felt like maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe I wouldn't say that, but
we don't know.
We was it's a collective. We was all some idiots.
Oh yeah, of course.
Just doing stuff, just happy to be in college, just wasting them years. Giving them people money, and now everybody complaining about everybody complaining about Biden, please forgive me.
Please forgive me.
Please forgive me.
Forgive me.
When I seen literally everybody not taking that shit serious, bro, and just going. And the other part of it is, of course, why they was in college. Because if you don't know why you're in college, you just wasting your time.
A lot of us got pushed to be in college just to be in college. Whether you was the first in the family to try to get a degree or whatever. No,
that's a problem.
It was because if you're not taught to go in and be focused and know what you want to do and all of that jazz, you gonna get in there, you gonna taste that freedom. And you gonna, even some of the responsible people, like I wasn't horrible as a student, but once I got in that mug, it was like.
I think the another thing is we can't force people to go to school, because I remember I was forced. Right, it was either you go to school or you go to school. There was no other options for me. And I remember
there's a lot of people that either you go to college, go to class, or you got to move out the house type.
Yeah.
They don't even know why. Though.
They don't even know why.
But this is the thing. Like I remember. I'm like, all right, cool. I didn't want to be in school. I was like, all right, cool.
Who does? Right?
Because I hated school. Out of everyone I know, I've always hated school.
Oh, yeah, facts.
My little brother, he loves school. I'm like,
because he's at that stage.
When I was his age, I hated it.
Really?
When I say
life as a whole,
like I did hate life as a whole, but I never remember, like I'll never forget. Like going to school, I'm like, bro, I don't want to be here, but at least let me try to do this and let me try to figure something out while I am here. And I'll never forget, like, there was this moment my junior year or sophomore year. I was staying on campus, and my mom was like, hey, I don't think we can afford you to stay on campus. Mind you, she said the student loans was in my name. There was no we. It was me. And that was another thing. They forced me to go to college, but they don't have to pay that back. I do.
But they forced you to stay on campus?
It was like you either stay home, which wasn't a healthy environment, or go on campus. And I remember when I had finally came home and I was staying home, and at this time I didn't have a car. And I remember, I'll never forget this. I was like, hey, I need a ride to school. And my mom literally told me, hey, we're going to have to figure out this school schedule because I can't be bringing you to school.
Me too.
And I was like, it was such a moment for me. I'm like, bro, you told me to do this.
Right?
You made me go to school and you ain't going to even help me out.
I remember I used to have to walk to the bus stop up 105 or call Denzel for a ride. Like, I'd have to call different friends for a ride because it was like, I'm like, bro, this is really how we doing this. And y'all are the reason I'm going to school. Y'all forced me to go.
It's a setup.
It's
absolutely a setup. Because when I was in Houston, I was with my aunts, and they helped me with everything. But when I came back out here right before we started dating, it was awful. I started failing. Bro, I started skipping.
Like, tell me you love me enough. You gonna have to walk.
And then literally, it was.
You gonna have to walk.
It was the stupidest stuff.
Right?
The stupidest stuff. She wouldn't bring me
Call
anywhere.
your mans, right?
Anywhere.
You want him in your life?
She was like, get an Uber, and knowing my hours got cut at my job, and then she didn't even want him to pick me up anymore.
Him you love him. What about me?
Look, I'll do you one crazier. I remember in school, my mom had told me, she was like, you don't have to get a job, just focus on school. And I'll never forget, my grandfather called me. My grandfather was like, you need to get a job to help your mom. And I was like, excuse me? He was like, you're not in school, blah, 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 woo, woo, da, da, da. My mom went and fed him a story that I wasn't in school and I wasn't helping her.
Crazy.
And I was like, bro, this is absurd.
That's crazy.
This is absurd. You're out here telling people I'm this, that, and the third, and you're the reason I don't have a job.
Aaron was a son husband, boy.
And then the craziest part, like I'll never forget, like it's so many things
bro.
In my like I hate school to this day. I hate school, and I'll never forget how the situation went. I'll never forget my situation of college. And college rubbed me a very wrong way. Now, granted,
what it violated you?
See,
was it the skateboard?
But in college, the reality is, no matter what, college wasn't for me. It never was, and I realized that. Now, granted, if I was a different student, had a different mindset going to school because I want to get a job, I want to do this, I knew I was gonna figure something out from a kid. I ain't know what, but I knew I was gonna figure something out. And looking back at it now, it wasn't wasted years, but it was definitely wasting money.
A whole lot, too much.
And it's like, and I'm very, I have a grudge against my family for that. Like, bro, y'all put me in a situation I have to figure out.
A bunch of people wasting their money, and I think that's the reality for a lot of people, to be honest. Because I think a lot of like our parents' generations and stuff didn't really understand.
Oh, what you just brought up a good point. I recently realized, how are you going to tell me to do it if you never did it?
If you never did it.
Especially if you've never done it.
How are you going to tell me to be successful?
Mother, I'm not talking to you because we know you went. Calm down. Calm down.
How can you tell me to be successful if you've never been successful? My grandfather is a great example. My grandfather is quote unquote successful. My grandfather is well into his 60s and he's working. To me, that doesn't feel successful.
What, working in your 60s?
Yes, he has to work. He can't take no days off. He can't miss. And I look at it, granted, the work he does is he travels the world and does stuff like that, but you literally can't go a few months without work. You can't go 2 months without work. You literally can't retire.
Financially,
yes.
Damn, you're doing all that. I remember you talking about the back. He's doing all that and can't afford to.
He can't. As of right now, he can't. And if he could, it'd be news to me. But I know the one thing I always look at. A lot of people always had like your parents tell you go to school to be successful, right? And I remember having this moment when in college. I was like, "You went to school." Where we at? Wow. But I also had to realize that my mom had her own battle she had to fight, right? And she didn't finish, and yes, she did try, and I think she ended up having to figure stuff out a lot later in life than me. And I think that's where I was blessed. I was able to figure out, because of all the hardships early on, who I didn't want to be like and what I didn't want to experience. And so it's both a blessing and a curse. But one of the things, look to people who have done it successfully and aren't trying to feed you BS, and learn what you want to be and where you don't want to be.
If you're young, find a mentor, a good mentor that's somewhere near something you're interested in. Whether it's a life mentor, a expertise mentor, a job, it's something. Find a mentor that's successful that can tell you, boom, boom. Don't go find the homeless man on the street and be like, "Hey, you 30? Show me how to
be 30." Because like even like my grandfather would be like, "Oh yeah, you go to work at the plant, blah blah blah." And I'm looking at everybody at the.
They say all over.
And I'm like, bro,
plant.
I'm like, bro, they're miserable.
It sound good because all they tell you is, yeah, I earn 60 an hour. I do this, that, but they glorify the 7/12s in a row. Once you start working, you gonna realize you don't want to work no 7/12s and 7 on, 7 off. You don't want to do that.
And it's not about being lazy, bro. Like the older I get, the more I realize my time is valuable. So like I am really starting to love delegation. Like I can do it. I don't wanna, because I wanna have free time. So I'm gonna pass this off to you. And they glorify a lot of things I don't agree with. Like, and then some stuff I do agree
propaganda,
with.
man.
There's a lot of propaganda. Like I remember it was a post you was talking about where they were like, would you rather work 70 hours a week or something like that, 80 hours a week and make $1 million or $100,000 a month, or not do anything and make 10K a month? And I'm like, bro, I'm sorry, but I'm making it 100K. I do it for 3 months. I do it for 3 months.
Get in and get out.
Get out and then figure something out. But it's some stuff does require you to work hard, but it's about what you're willing to sacrifice. I'm not willing to sacrifice.
If you're gonna work hard doing it, it's something you like doing.
Yeah, I'm not
YouTube, for example. We work probably upwards of 60, sometimes 80 hours a week, but it never feels like work because we want to, you literally wake up and you want to just go, I'm gonna make a video today, or I'm gonna edit this whatever today, or I'm gonna do this podcast. Like you wake up and you just want to do it.
But I also think that you should probably, what you want to do should probably be second to making sure that you straight first.
Well, yeah, you gotta be,
because I mean, I can
secure
understand
secure. You gotta be secure,
because now you working 7/12s and you working those 7/12s and shit. I just think that you should know and try to figure out, what your life wants to look like, because you can go to college and you can go into the plant because it is a 2-year program. And you can go into that with having a bigger
I know
picture.
a lot of y'all don't know what a plant is. A refinery. What's another word for it?
Think of a
factory.
Think of a nuclear power plant.
Power plant, or a chemical plant, or oil plant. We're in that area because I realize a lot of people don't even know what it is.
They probably don't even want. Probably not necessarily the plant, because you gotta take everything into consideration with the plant. Hey, you gotta consider a lot. So I don't necessarily want to lean toward,
whatever
people just saying go to the plant because it makes a lot of money, because you also got to think about your health.
Yeah, whatever you do, I think you just had a good point. Whatever you're doing currently to make money, make it so it can satiate or fulfill a goal you're trying to accomplish. Yeah. Like say for example, you want to start your own business. Well, it's okay to work a job where you're working 7/12s if you're putting money away to start your business, and then you start your business.
Starting a business is just another form of working.
Yeah, it's about know what you want your work to be.
Everybody don't have to start a business. You can. Everybody don't
Ain't
have to
for
be a
everybody.
social media person.
You gotta work harder.
You can be a doctor. You can be a lawyer.
You gotta work harder starting a business.
Yeah, there's a dude.
Facts.
There's a dude who's a manager of McDonald's who makes content on being a manager of McDonald's, and he loves being a manager of McDonald's.
But he had to be the manager of McDonald's first before he started. Like,
you just gotta figure out. You have to figure out.
Figure you out. Figure you.
I don't like the concept of do something that makes you happy. No. Make that bag first so that you can do what you want to make you happy. Because you can't do, like, when it comes to, I think about growing up and rappers, right? Everybody want to be a rapper. Everybody want to be a rapper. Everybody want to be a rapper.
Because it look easy.
But they ain't doing shit else but just being in the studio. They disregarding their chick.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, I'm going to hit up the studio. No, you not. You going to fuck with them hoes. You want
I don't know where this is going.
But be honest, though, because there's a lot of people who talk about rapping and stuff and they ain't handling nothing. They just want to rap to get to the success, but they ain't even working. You're not working trying to fund your rap career. The best people that's out there in the rap game are putting up their money to get featured.
I feel like the best way to put that is what, like you said, if you have a dream, you want to fund it. Find a way to fund it.
You have to fund
work.
that mug.
You gotta work. You gotta go through the stuff you don't want to do to get to the point of doing the things that you want to do. I mean, what you want to do should be second. It should be like a second job. Not saying don't do it at all, but you got to make sure you financially set first before you be talking about, I want to be a ballerina, whatever.
I mean,
we're not shaming ballerinas out there.
But you got to think about it. You got to think about it. All these
gotta
people
make
work
money.
a job. All these people. Hell, we've seen movies where people work a 9 to 5 while trying to do an acting career or do something like that. That's all you have to do. If you have a dream, fund it. Find a way to fund it.
Fund that joint. That's it. That's all we got today.
That's all we got.
That's all we got, y'all. We out of here. Peace.